Okay, so I've been wanting to make a series of videos which teach people various things, and the first thing I thought maybe I should um, tackle, because a lot of my students have been struggling with it, is technique. Technique is how you get things done as effectively as you can. In chess, you get a lot of scenarios where someone is clearly winning but doesn't know exactly how to go about converting that advantage into a point. So the first element of technique we are going to learn is called entry. This is when you have a position, the same way like we have in this scenario, where white is clearly better because he's got more points. But for him to be able to win, he has to be able to get to the other side of the board. And here, white has to find how to break through. Okay, so the problem here in this position is that actually it's black to play. And black, if he pays attention, uh, he should be able to prevent white from making a breakthrough. So here, um, black, if he thinks through the position, he should play h5. After playing h5, there is no way that white can win. He could try this idea of playing king b3, and after king b7, you would give this pawn, and after b takes a5, you could try to trick black into playing a move like king a3, hoping that uh, black takes the bait and goes here, and then he comes here with the opposition. But if black is alert, after this move, you will just play king a7. This trick is one you'll see when we eventually talk about things you must know in the endgame. It's about opposition. It's like the point is that whenever you are white is on this square, um, sorry, whenever white is on this square, black needs to be able to be on b6. So these are like corresponding squares. So after here, black would simply play his king to a7, and after king a4, he got king b6, and you can't make progress in this position. So here, instead of playing the move h5, black blundered in this position and played king b7. Now you can guess, or take some time and pause the video and guess what white played in order to create a breakthrough scenario. I'm hoping you stopped the video and um, found this move h5 very strong. This move allows white to create an entry, and after h5, pawn takes h5, king to d3. His plan is very simple. He wants to play king to e3, followed by king to f3, king to g2, king to h3, king to h4. And after scooping these pawns on the king side, you have his own passed pawn and you promote. And if black runs to the king side with these moves, white will be able to create another breakthrough on the queen side, a5, and after pawn takes, he'll be able to have his own passed pawn, which he can promote and queen. So after g takes h5, king d3, black plays h4. because in his mind he thought this should be enough for him to create a blockade. So I want you to stop the video again here and figure out what would be White's best move. I'm hoping you did. If you did, I hope you didn't think that White should take, because after h5, again, we've got a position which no one can make progress here because there's no entry point. Here, White managed to find a very strong move, King e3, and after hg3, King f3, King c7, King takes on g3, King goes to d6, King to h4, King goes to e6, and after King g5, White simply wins. And this is a very good example of how entry gets used as an element of technique, and a part of technique that you must know. Next position, just to make sure that you really get it. It's from Defemian and Joe Benjamin. And the position and g5, h5. And you get this position with the king on e3 and the bishop on c2. Okay, so what to play? And here, entry is needed in all sorts of endings with rooks, knights, and you name it. In this position, with bishops, White is a bit worse because all his pawns are on the light squares. And this is a scenario which we call a bad bishop position. A bad bishop being defined as a piece or a bishop whose pawns in the center are on the same color as it is. So this tends to limit the bishop in movement. Okay. So if Black's bishop or the king managed to penetrate on the queen side, Black would find it very easy to win. So here, let's say, for instance, a takes b5, a takes b5, and c takes b5, bishop takes b5. This move allows the black bishop to come into the game, and already, without a lot, he's already threatening to win with bishop f1. Um, Another scenario which could happen, let's say after a b5, king f3, is that this would allow, let's say, the king to come through. So after a b5, White could pass here and play bishop d3. But then after bc4, bishop a4, Black again invades here and wins. And let's say bishop b1, bishop b3. This would force bishop d3, and bishop a2 would limit where the bishop can go. So now the bishop can move to c2. It's forced to go to e2 to keep an eye on c4. And after it leaves this diagonal, White can now play bishop b1. And now, if if you play something like bishop f3, now after something like this, again you're being pushed further and further backwards. So if white wants to uh, play this position accurately, should not allow black to make entry and should play a5. And here, if black goes bc4, bc4, he can't make entry at this point. He has to go bishop e8, and after bishop d1, uh, you would try, let's say, bishop c6, and after bishop c2, bishop a8, white would simply maintain with bishop d3, and the position would remain equal. So this topic of entry is one topic one needs to really understand if you're going to improve your technique. And I hope this is very useful information and you can use it in your game.